Jason Klaus, public speaking class, Heather Hill professor, October 31st, 2012. This is my audience. Go. There's roughly 15 or so people here. That should suffice. All right. I'm here today to tell you a little bit about voting. To tell you a reason why we should vote, I'd like to start with a George W. Bush quote that pretty much summarizes why it's important. Our enemies are innovative and resourceful, and so are we. They never stop thinking about ways to harm us and do us harm, and so do we. I think it's pretty obvious that it's our responsibility as voters to make sure that we elect the right leaders and constantly put this country in the right direction. The key to voting is registering to vote. When you register to vote, you singly take your civic responsibility in hand and you put your voice out there to be heard. When you vote, to vote, there's 3 different ways you can vote. You can do early voting, you can do absentee or in-mail voting, and then you can also do election day voting. Behind me, I have a chart that shows the statistics for the amount of people who lives in the United States of America, the actual amount of people who could vote, so it counts off minors, felons, and so on and so forth, and then the people who actually voted. As you can see, the people who actually vote very rarely goes up, even though the population and amount of registered voters increases drastically every year. The first way you can vote is early voting. Early voting is available up until November 2nd, which is this Friday. To early vote, you head down to the municipal clerk's office. You can either pre-register at myvotewisconsin.gov, or you can register in person with either the last 4 of your social security number or a state ID and a piece of mail with your current address. It's not available in all states, but luckily Wisconsin does allow early voting. The next way that you can vote is either by mail-in and absentee ballot. This is mostly available for our troops and for anybody who maintains dual citizenship or just knows that they won't happen to be available. They've also actually opened up mail-in and absentee voting for all of the Hurricane Sandy people right now, so they can all vote past the 6th, as it's not looking like the polling locations will be quite open yet. If you would like to download, or if you'd like to vote by mail, you just download it from gab.wisconsin.gov. It's the Government Accountability Board, and they handle all of the statistics for Wisconsin. When you do it, you can either mail it to the municipal clerk's office, or you can drop it off up till November 9th. After November 9th, you're no longer able to vote anymore, and your vote doesn't count. The third way you can vote is election day voting. Election day voting, you can either register in person or you can pre-register. With pre-registering, you can use the website I gave you earlier, or you can actually go there and pre-register. It takes about 3 minutes to register at site, and then it'll only take about 2 more minutes to register. If you get there and for some reason you're harassed, as the current thing that they like to do right now is try to make it incredibly difficult for you to vote, or tell you that your polling location isn't the right location and try to send you around, you simply have to contact a voting police, if you will. The Democrats and the Republicans both put money in this year to hire 1 individual for every single voting location that's there to make sure that the polls are safe and secure and no one's being harassed or bullied, or there isn't protesters outside pushing people away. The Green Bay number for that is 920-562-5732. At any point in time, they will come and they will take care of any problem you have. As I said earlier, and as you can see by the chart, it's incredibly important that we take the time to vote and that you register and you make your voice be heard. If you don't take this time, no one's ever going to know what your opinion is, and then we end up with leaders that have no idea what's going on. Our generation needs to step up, and now is the time for it to step up. As we've seen in the 2008 election, one simple little spark can make a gigantic change, and that election is just as important in 5 days as it was in 2008. Thank you for your time, and I'd just like to say that if you don't vote, you'll be swimming with the fishes, eh?